Hope you can see and hear me okay. This is another edition of In Bed with Rooney, because that's what she said, because it is Christmas Day here in New Zealand and there's a lot of activity out in the lounge and people eating and drinking and playing with toys, and I'm going to take a little break from it all and talk to you guys. So I got my computer here, got my TIE Fighter, I've got some kitty treats just in case we want to get Money Penny in on this video. But Merry Christmas. So it is Christmas Day, as I say here in Auckland, New Zealand. It is the 25th of December 2022. It is hot. Be a weird thing for all you North Americans, Europeans. Christmas in New Zealand is really hot. Oh, Wayne Smith, Merry Christmas from Lower Hutt. So you'll probably be feeling the heat as well. Suzanne, Merry Christmas. I'm going to try and find what the temperature is. I know it's completely dull and boring to talk about temperature. Hey, what's the weather like? But oh my god, it's hot. What day of the week is it today? I'm totally out of kilter. It's the Sunday. It's 24 degrees. I'll do a conversion for you in a minute. Hold on. Humidity, 62%. Now, I'm assuming that's high because it is humid here. 62%. What's normal humidity? I don't know. So I think Suzanne just commented it is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's 24 degrees here. And let's do a quick conversion for you, because I know you guys love weather chat. Weather chat in bed with Rooney. 24 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit, 75. That doesn't sound too hot for me. I hear you guys talking about 90, right? 90's when you're getting crazy. Christopher Shapir, it was minus 19 degrees in Nashville 2 nights ago. Minus 19? That seems a bit Arctic to me. But yes, it is warm. Got a bit of a sweat on. That's what she said. And yeah, just kicking around the house. Sorry to bring you this video from bed, but we do what we gotta do. The lounge is in a state. There's a few presents around. There's wrapping paper around. There's people running around cooking and doing all sorts of stuff. So I thought I'd move the operation to here. Catch up on some of these messages. All the favorites chipping in here. Christopher Shapir, Wayne Smith, Suzanne Lash, Jangles. Hello, Merry Christmas, everyone. Sam Beats 7. Sam Bickmore, Merry Christmas, Andrew. You should check out Sam's channel too. Great young drummer. John Mark Waddell, Merry Christmas, Andrew. Good to be back for another stream. I dig those antlers. So we went out last night and we saw some lights. Took Connor out to see some lights at a place called MOTAT, Museum of Transport and Technology. So it's a museum here in Auckland with lots of old colonial style buildings, and they do them up with lights and sort of 1800s type buildings, old pump house and that kind of stuff, and old vehicles, and they do them up with lights and all kinds of stuff. It was really, really nice. Bit too many people, I think, but it was a nice way to. It was a nice way to spend Christmas Eve. It's currently 10 degrees Celsius in Alabama. Celsius. You guys are doing the conversions for me. That's very kind. Ah, gosh, this name yeah, it's tricky with names. Jindrish Kolarich, I'm gonna go with. Merry Heavy Christmas from Czech Republic, from Henry. Thank you, Henry. Oh, look at that. Sam beat 7. Sam Bickmore getting a bit of love in the comments. Sam is a phenomenal young skin whopper. Indeed. Actually, that's a bit of a New Year's resolution for me, is to, um, I've been very lucky to grow the channel thanks to you guys. Be great to give something back and to help out. I don't know if Sam needs any help, but to go in and, I don't know, do like a young drummer spotlight once a week or once a month, or something. Just something to hopefully show some of these awesome young drummers out there. Jangles. It was a balmy 9 degrees Fahrenheit. 9 degrees Fahrenheit last night here in South Carolina. We really get down into the 20s. Michael Cav, Seminole County, Florida, saying hello. Central Florida, 29 degrees here with a wind chill of 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm a bass player, but watch many more drum videos. Love your stuff. Minus 6 degrees Celsius. Ouch. Ouch. I spent some time in Florida and was in rehearsals in Fort Lauderdale. That's Florida, right? I believe so, from memory. It was a bit of a whirlwind. And I had about a week of rehearsals in Florida before joining up with a cruise ship in Galveston. And that was a time. No coffee. I've already had a coffee, and I've got ice water here because it is, as I say, it's warm. I've already had a double coffee, and I will be having another one very shortly. So rest assured, you people. I will be doing a New Year's stream as well. Some fun things I think for the New Year stream might be like a bit of a countdown, maybe. Countdown of my favorite videos of the year, perhaps. That always gets a bit controversial though. Got to be careful. And then, how do you do that? You can't do a top 10 and all 10 of them are Black Sabbath songs, right? You gotta share the love a little bit, and there's so many videos that I might catch. Sometimes one of my videos will pop up on my recommended feed, probably because I'm on doing YouTube so much, and it will be a video that I sort of might have almost forgot about a bit, and I'll think, damn, that was good. Was it Matt Lynch? I think showed up the other day, and I was like, I forgot about that. That was good. So there's always videos that you forget about, and videos that you guys missed. Now that makes me want to cry. The videos that are so good that people miss. Oh. Riff Mondo, love your channel. As a guitarist, I have learned much from you and enjoy your style. Thank you so much. What did you learn? If you give some specifics, that'd be amazing. And also feedback on what you would like to know about. I'm trying to dig a bit more. You might have noticed on the recent videos, and like the Edgar Winter one, and actually the video that's coming out tomorrow, which is a surprise. Trying to dig in a bit more and take a bit more time to. That was very Kiwi. Take a bit more time to explain terms. So like if I say, oh, listen to those ghost notes, I'm really enjoying digging the dynamics in the ghost notes. Hold on, pump the brakes. Some people know what a ghost note is, some people don't. I've explained it before, but this is a new video. People might be joining on this video. It might be the first time they've ever seen me. Might need to explain what ghost notes are, or accents, or what are dynamics. I think dynamics. I actually forget what dynamics means for civilians, just in normal everyday life. I think dynamics. Someone who is dynamic is, ooh, like, what was that? How would you put it? Uh, Exuberant, loud, noisy. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I always just think of it in a musical sense. Dynamics, basically that range, loud, and quiet. Got a big itchy bite there, I think. Cameron O. Merry Christmas, Edwin family. Merry Christmas to you, Cameron. JCC, I'm getting more hot coffee. Be back in a few minutes. Would you like a cup, Andrew? Yes, please. I am accepting electronic cups of coffee, and it would be rude to say no. Someone's going to offer me electronic coffee from, I'm assuming, the other side of the world. Hell yeah, I'm going to take it up. Oh, boy. So, we've got an unusual Christmas tradition here, I think. I've got two sisters, and they're both married. So what tends to happen is everybody goes off and does their Christmas thing with their extended family. And then on Boxing Day is the big Rooney Christmas where everybody comes together. So it's a bit of possibly an unusual one. I don't know if any of you guys tell me about your Christmases. I would love to know. Love to know about your Christmases. But yeah, that's what we tend to do. That way, I wouldn't say we get everybody's extended family out of the way, but it takes care of that all in one day, and then come together on Boxing Day. Admittedly, it's not Christmas Day though, is it? It's this time of year where you're trying to fit so much in. That's what she said, and it's impossible. It's impossible to fit it all in. That's what she said. Just gonna have a drink of water here because it's hot. People start getting stressed. People are cooking all this food and drinking more alcohol than they normally would. So you're not getting as much sleep, I find, as well. It's your routine's out of kilter. So it's a funny old time of the year. John Mark Waddell, it's Christmas Day for you now? Question mark. Yes, it is. It is 10:16 a.m. on Christmas Day. Everybody's opened their presents here. And actually, where am I? Now, I got something that some of you will know is a huge drumming aid. So I got a drumming related gift. Some of you will know what I mean. Bear with me. Oh, did you already have that? Yeah. Bam. I'm not even gonna help you out. This is what every drummer needs at this time of year if you live in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, because it's hot. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you are going, what the? And by the way, as Wayne Smith just correctly pointed out, these are called jandals. Okay? I don't want to hear this flip-flop stuff. Jandals, please. You know what Australians call these? I'll give you a minute. We've got any Australians out there? Crikey. You know what Australians call these things? It's just disgraceful. Thongs. Yeah, chuck your thongs on, mate. Go down to the beach. Thong? This is another little treat I got. It was already open when it came to me. It's not my fault. So yes, Christmas Day, Clockwork Angel. If I go out on those, I'm getting frostbite. Jangles. Yeah, you got it, Thongs. Got many Aussie friends. Yes, we have to love our Aussie friends, don't we? Got lots of family in Australia myself. It's always a lot of back and forth between Australia and New Zealand. Oh, one thing. I don't know how to make this. It's probably not a good platform to mention this on, but I'll mention it anyway. The Drumeo link is down. So a couple of people were messaging me saying, "Hey, I went to go grab your trial and the link is down." Might be back up now. I'll see if I can have a check actually, because I obviously uploaded the More Than a Feeling cover, and a few people saw it and said, "Oh yeah, cool. I want to pick up that transcription," and then they went to the Drumeo link and it was down. Looks like it's still down, guys. Hold fire, and if you are waiting to pick that up, what a Christmas present! 30 days free on Drumeo. Yeah, it won't be long. It is getting sorted out. It's not me. It's got nothing to do with me. It's a Drumeo thing. Yes. So I don't know if this is a convenient Christmas type stream to do or not. It's Christmas Eve for most of you people out there. What time is it? Hit me in the comments. What time is it where you are? Is this a convenient time, or are you still out doing last minute Christmas shopping? Are you trying to prepare food for tomorrow? I think it was probably the only time I could do it. Definitely couldn't do this tomorrow with going to the family thing. And I am roasting chickens in the morning before I go as well. John Mark Waddell, 3:21 p.m. It's not bad. That's not bad. That seems like a good time. Although Christmas Eve busy. So I am on holiday. I think our holidays work a little bit different here as well, because summer is in a different part of the year for us. We generally have a long break over over summer, over December here. So the big school Christmas holidays go from roughly mid-December through to school here actually does not start till early February, believe it or not. So that's like a month and a half solid off for the kids from school. So over this long hot summer period here, there's this long Christmas break, which different for you guys, right? If you're in North America, I don't know how things work in Europe. I mean, always hear of spring break in the States, right? So I think you guys get your big break of the year. Typically, it's August. Is that about right? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Jangles, it's 4:21 p.m. and I'm watching football, American football. Nice. I watched my first ever game of American football, Jangles, on the cruise ship. I'm coming back to this cruise ship a lot lately. They had big sort of IMAX theater on that ship, and it was Super Bowl. I was there for Super Bowl, and one of the theaters, they just put this massive screen up, and they had all this crazy food that I've never had. What's this thing you guys eat in the States? Crackers, something and gravy? I want to say crackers and gravy. It was something unusual. Biscuit and gravy. Biscuit and gravy. Never heard of that. Would you have that at Christmas as well? Or is that like a Thanksgiving Super Bowl type thing? We had ribs. Can't go wrong with ribs. What else? I was on that ship for Christmas as well, so got to experience some really cool things. Eggnog. We don't do eggnog here. What the hell is eggnog? I mean, here I was drinking it. It's got alcohol in it, right? I can't even remember now. What the hell is eggnog? It's actually got eggs in it? Egg milk punch. I remember it being good, but egg milk punch? Traditionally made with milk, cream, sugar, egg yolks, and whipped egg whites. Raw? So this is raw. Oh, what? Hold on. We've got a comment here. Eggnog is vile. Christopher Shapiro. I actually remember liking it, but I guess it was milky. So could definitely go wrong at some point. Biscuits and gravy normally are served as breakfast food. That was unusual for me. That was an unusual combo. It was like a creamy coloured um, gravy. That's what she said. And those biscuits, I didn't really get it. I ate it, but I didn't really get it. Um, Sausage gravy and biscuits, drool, jangles. Christopher Shapiro, look up boiled custard. I don't mind a bit of custard. Every now and then. JCC, that's all Southern State meal. Yeah, well, I was on a ship. I was going around the Caribbean based out of Galveston, Texas. So I'm assuming most of the guests on the ship were probably Texans, wouldn't they be? Jangles, sausage gravy and buttermilk biscuits to be precise. But the gravy from this is a savory thing from memory, isn't it? That's the confusion for me with the biscuit part, but it's savory anyway. Getting a bit hungry. I haven't had any breakfast. It's 10:25. I need to get some food in me. You know, you get that thing when you've had like a strong coffee but you haven't eaten. You start to need something in there. Me, Metal Mike, how are you, man? Sausage gravy, biscuits, and Keith Moon. Definitely savory. Okay, interesting. Need to get back to the States for Christmas, I think. Springy, advocat is eggnog? Question mark. What the hell is advocat, man? So, as I say, Christmas here is hot. It's in the, I wouldn't say the middle of summer, but it's coming into summer, coming into the middle of summer. It is humid. It's like, oh man, all the windows open, stinking hot. Um, and so typical Christmas here, you might do a Christmas ham, Christmas chicken, like, you know, it's just a meat fest. That's what she said. Just, it's just meat and chocolate and booze. I'm not a big drinker these days, but you know, partial to the odd, you know, glass of port or whatever, and it's fairly normal to go to the beach here in New Zealand. This is gonna freak you guys out. Yeah, fairly normal to go to the beach here in New Zealand for Christmas. Beach Christmas. Go down there, take some towels on a big mat, and maybe even a barbecue. Some of the beaches here have got barbecues, already on the beaches or on the grass verge. You go down and take some sun shelters and marquees or whatever, and have a beach on the Christmas. Mean Metal Mike, thoughts on Meg White as a drummer with lots of feel, swing, and time. That's an interesting one, man. Coming back to drums here, and not Christmas for a second. Much derided, is that the word? Much sort of hated drummer, a bit like our friends Lars and Phil Rudd and everything. Just did the perfect. I mean, I just think of Seven Nation Army. It's one of the most requested songs I get as a drum teacher, which is great because even a beginner drummer can play that song pretty much. Well, except for the triplets in the chorus. Dun 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 dun. There's a little bit of odd displacement there, but anyway, I digress. It's perfect art. I remember interviewing Mike Dawson for my podcast, and I think we got onto the topic of Meg White, and he described it as perfect art. You got this petite, quiet, shy girl bashing the drums like a caveman, and literally playing the perfect part for that song. Now, question, so for anyone who hates on Meg White and, is going to be a little bit of, I think, sexism there as well, because, it's this famous female drummer. So people will love to have an opinion. How would you improve Seven Nation Army? Doop, 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 floor tom and kick, hi-hat jumping away, and then crash right in the choruses. How do you improve that? How do you improve Seven Nation Army? Do you hire Virgil Donati or Vinnie Colaiuta to play that track, and you fill it up with polyrhythms and metric modulations and intense crazy fills? Is that going to improve Seven Nation Army? Is that going to be a song that people would be, kids or people of all ages actually, are going to be running to me as a drum teacher and begging me to teach them? Simple answer is no. This is this fallacy of good drumming equals good music. Not necessarily. I think good music equals good music. I'll leave it there before I start getting fired up. Haven't eaten, angry, and just about ready for another coffee. So, Jangles, you just turned Danny Carey loose on Seven Nation Army and see. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. This is taste. This is personal preference. I see the White Stripes. I want to see Meg White playing the drums. See Tool. I want to see Danny Carey playing the drums. I don't want to see Meg White playing for Tool. But, and I'm completely honest here, I don't want to see Danny Carey playing for the White Stripes. I just don't. Rough around the edges, guitar and sloppy sort of rock. Good sloppy. That's what she said. Nothing wrong with good sloppy. Yeah, it's just horses for courses, right? I think there's something to be said. I think there's a bit of a bad rap for sloppy rock, for dirty, rough around the edges rock. I want to come back to Black Sabbath. I don't want to keep coming back. I don't want to keep coming back to Black Sabbath, but rough around the edges. There's mistakes in the recording. The recording itself is not pristine. Tempos are fluctuating. All kinds of madness. Some of the singing's out of tune. That is rock. Look at Led Zeppelin. Same deal. Is the time impeccable? No. The band time is though, but it's not metronomic. It's not click 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 click. I'm afraid that's not rock for me. In that, for me at least, that is not rock. Me, Middle Mike, AC/DC is the dirtiest of rock. Yeah, pretty much. Jangles, Meg is a hermit these days, from what I know. Okay, see that's quite nice. You know, shunning the limelight if had enough and want to lead a quiet life, perhaps with a family or something. That's great. Got to respect that. Brick Cook, Virgil makes my brain hurt. Yes. It's quite amazing. Virgil Donati, Australian super drummer, by the way. No one even says Donati. You don't even need to, right? It's just Virgil. Just Virgil. When you're that good in the scene that you only need a first name, one name, like Dennis Chambers, Buddy Rich. It's a bit hard to say John Bonham because there's plenty of Johns, but yeah, Virgil Donati often not. Well, I actually never requested. I had one request for Virgil Donati. A few people might have mentioned him, over the years, but Christopher Chappelle, Neil. Yes, there you go. Isn't that great? That'd be a good video. Rick Cook, Vinny. Yes, this is a video in the making. Drummers where you only need one name. Wolf Ram Reactor 74. When are we getting Paradiddle shirts? Is that you, Mark? I believe it is. Now, my wife made this shirt for me. I've got a funny feeling that her ideas for merch would be a lot better than mine. I made the That's What She Said Christmas range. Didn't sell. I'll just say it didn't sell. It was a little bit of a joke, but I didn't really sell. It was a little bit of a joke, but yeah, I think her ideas would be probably better than mine for merch. Me, Middle Mike, your comment got withheld, but I'm going to show it, even though it says the S word. Language, please. Mean. I know you're mean, and I know you're metal. Keep it clean, Mike. I'll let it through. He gets a lot of beep for his drum parts. Peter Chris from Kiss. Kiss is a little bit hit and miss for me. Detroit Rock City, all good. There's a couple there that I really dig. I Was Made for Loving You is just classic. This I Was Made for Loving You is an example for me of something that was that considered metal at the time. That's got to be late 70s, early 80s, perhaps. I Was Made for Loving You. You listen to it now, and it sounds like just a disco song. It's insane. All right, what do we got here? The Paulcast. I just found you have a channel through your reaction videos. Good job. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Oh, God. You need something better than welcome aboard, eh? That's just... Welcome aboard. Wolfram Reactor. Miss Moneypenny meme shirt. Yeah, look, I've got Miss Moneypenny's treats here, but she's having a sleep. Do I want to wake her up? She's having a lovely sleep. She's hot. Got her fur coat on. It's hot summer. Let me know if you want to see a bit of Miss Moneypenny action. I can, if I so much as touch that bag, she's going to lose her mind and come flying over here. Springy, that's what she sells. Yes, my wife's new range of merch, of drum merch. Animal, yeah. Speaking of one name drummers, Animal. Good call, Clockwork Angel. Cheers, by the way. I'm on the ice waters. About to get another coffee after this. Ooh, Moneypenny. heard a noise. She woke up. I wonder if I should bring her into the action. Give you guys a bit of money penny. Money penny. You want a treat? Here you go. Oh, money penny. My precious. My precious gatito. Is she gonna say hello? Penny. 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 Look over here. Penny. So Miss Moneypenny is a British short hair. She is Garfield. She is a creamy coloured version of Garfield. She's actually the Cheshire Cat. I believe the Cheshire Cat is exactly a silver tabby British Shorthair. There you go. Fact for the day. Right, what are we up to over here? She's back to her perch. All right. Wolfram Reactor, Hungarian Nightmare. Gurgo. I got told off for my pronunciation of Gurgo, I think. Gurga, I think it was, or something. I can't quite remember. I'm just going to stick with Gurgo. Unbelievable. If anybody has not seen, well, a lot of you have not seen that video. Go through my channel and go to the search bar, type in GERGO, or just go to YouTube in general, type in GERGO, Andrew Rooney, check out Gurgo Borlai. Ridiculous. There's been a few of those. Keep coming back to the Sput one, my lord. Still, a lot of you guys haven't seen the Sput video. You don't know what you're missing. João, Merry Christmas, my friend from Portugal. Hello, Merry Christmas. John Mark Waddell, what do you think what makes people so divided on Ringo Starr as a drummer? I personally feel like his use of dynamic is the music of the Beatles is often underappreciated. Yeah. My opinions on this stuff, I think, are rather unpopular, and I tend to not join the pack when it comes to this stuff. Should premise this controversial view with you are allowed to like whatever you like. A band like the Beatles, obviously, some people are just sick of them, right? Because you cannot get away from the Beatles. Although I was not a Beatles fan growing up, never really had it on in the house, I don't think, when I was a kid or anything, from my parents. Some people just don't like the Beatles, and I guess, as a group, the style is dated. It's going to be a little bit cheesy for a lot of people. Anyway, my view on it is, I think there's a little bit of jealousy, right? Same with Lars. I think when there's that much money and success involved, people get twisted with jealousy, because there's no reason to. You could just not like them, right? You could just not listen to them and be happy. But people love to jump on, and but Ringo as a drummer, there's a myth within the group too that Ringo wasn't even the best drummer in the Beatles. That apparently is not a real quote. That's just something that's been repeated because it's a snappy quote. As a drummer, take away all the band's success and the rock star status of Ringo Starr. Take away his musical contribution to the band. Take away his addition to making these hits. Just looking at the drumming itself, isolating just the drums and listening to them. Are they good? Are they not? Was he technically a good drummer? Was he a good player? This is the bit that confuses me with the hate on Ringo, because he is phenomenal. This surprised me as much as anyone. There was one track. I already had a healthy respect for Ringo. You don't write all these hit songs without being a good drummer, of course. But when I say write these songs, I mean he's composed his drum parts, right? Or contributed the drum parts. If you've got a crappy drum part, it's not a hit. This is something that people don't really get. I could do a Moises and remove the drums from Beatles songs now and get people who think they're better than Ringo. Add in your drum part. Let's hear what you'd do for this song. Ugh. It's just a magic. It's just a magic there. But his drumming is sensational. Surprising amount of facility too. Check out, there's a live, I always bring this up, there is a live version of Help, Beatles song. Now, I almost died when I heard this. I had a very young student come in and request it because it was one of these Beatles songs that I'd never really paid attention to. Now, I don't know what the BPM was, but he is playing a full shuffle in that song. I thought it was a rock and roll shuffle, like a he's going but faster. And I was thinking, is he playing a shuffle on this? A one-handed shuffle? And then I checked out a live video. Even faster, because they would play even faster live, the Beatles. Adrenaline and crowd is just completely losing their mind. They would play a little bit faster, add a couple of BPM on. And he is absolutely phenomenal on that video. I've watched it a few times now. Maybe I should watch it for the channel and share it back with you guys. Changed again how I thought of Ringo and the Beatles. And then on that same video, the group is singing. The harmony and the pitch is perfect while they're playing instruments. Come on. That's a great band, man. Whether you like or dislike the music, fine. Like Metallica, you don't have to like the music. I laugh about it too. Yeah. You don't have to dig it. But yeah, it's a bit rough to go around chewing them out. Anyway. Me, Middle Mike, Ringo was already famous before the Beatles in the pub circuit, playing with other groups. Yeah, they were a serious group. They did covers, didn't they? The Beatles, they had that long stretch, I think, in Germany. Just playing pub, like thousands of pub gigs of covers. There's another video as well. The covers myth. You should not be playing covers, you should be doing original music. Well, you still need to draw inspiration, you still need to learn how music works. What better way to do it than by playing the greatest songs, the most loved songs of all time? If you're into that, if you want to do pop music or whatever. Getting fired up. Jangles. I believe each band's drummer, guitarist, etc. is the perfect fit, or else they wouldn't be talked about, as we'd never heard of them if they weren't. Got nothing more to add. You nailed it. Wayne Smith. Remember, Ringo wasn't their original drummer. They brought him in because they wanted him. Great point. Great point. I don't know how big the Beatles were at that point. Was that early on? Was that formative decision? Or was that when they were already rocking and rolling a bit? But John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, they're not idiots. They would have chosen and wanted and expect a killer drummer, and they got one. I can't imagine the Beatles with another drummer, put it that way. Charlie Watts would be interesting, although he's a whole different thing. He is a true band drummer, Charlie Watts. True band drummer. I don't think he would work in a lot of other situations, whereas Ringo is just that total stone cold professional who could have killed it in multiple other groups around on the era. Big call. Love Charlie Watts, by the way. Adore Charlie Watts. Another unique, original voice on the kit. But as a technician, as someone who can just slay all these crazy, dirty shuffles and stuff, man, you don't get much better than Ringo. And Springy jumping in. Jangles, you nailed it. Yep, I agree. Christopher Chabert, the Giles Martin remix master of Revolver that came out this year is remarkable. Have to check it out. Yeah, that's a really, really interesting point, man. I mean, although I said I can't add any more to how good that comment was, Jangles. Well, I've got to be careful about saying comments are really good when I agree with them. Because that's just, could potentially just be because I agree with it, it's a good comment. But no, I think it's a good point. Meg White, same. We wouldn't even be talking about her if she hadn't have played great drums, you know. Everybody knows Meg White in music and drumming, and the fact that you do indicates that she's good. She nailed her role in that group. John McWaddell. A reply to Jangles here. I think former band drummers are great. For example, Chad Channing was still a great drummer for his time in Nirvana. I have not checked him out. I have not checked out his work with Nirvana. Another group that I just can't imagine a different drummer in Nirvana other than Grohl. Oh, okay, here we go. Many people forget the drum part for In Bloom was written by Chad during the Nevermind demos. Wow. 09 Jetta, hey Andrew, Merry Christmas from your drumming friend in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA. Merry Christmas, man. Actually, one of my favorite YouTube channels, I believe they're based in Milwaukee, Red Letter Media. If you're not hip to Red Letter Media, the film focused YouTube channel, get on it. So good. Wolfram. Charlie Watts was a jazz drummer playing R&B. Yeah, but he still had... It's pretty rickety, man. Pretty rickety style, but just so good. There's something just like achingly beautiful about those parts and those songs. I had a student come in the other day, again, a young student like the one who requested the Beatles song, requested Beast of Burden. It was at the end of a long teaching day where I'd had students requesting, mostly modern pop stuff, highly compressed, auto-tuned vocals, pretty bad, some of it. Then I had this student at the end of a teaching day request Beast of Burden by Rolling Stones. And I put it on and I was just like, oh man. Maybe I'm old, but this is music, man. There's a story going on here. They're taking their time. There's an intro. The guitar part has not been quantized. It's all over the place. Then the drums come in. The drums are not a copy paste, and they're all over the place. You know, you're trying to teach this groove to a student. It's like, I'm telling you, every bar is different here, which is a jazz thing. Coming back to your comment, Wolfram. It's like, man, this is refreshing. This is refreshing. You know, this is overused word. It's organic, right? All right, back to these comments. 09 Jetta, still waiting patiently for your reaction to 10 Years Gone from the 1975 physical graffiti masterpiece. Okay. Okay. I can get to that, I'm sure, at some point. Joe Quiggle, I think I found an extreme metal drummer that competes at a David Deepold level. Ever check out Kevin Paradis? No, I haven't. But that is a name. Adore Star Wars. That is a name I have not heard in a long time. Yeah, the name's been brought up heaps. It's on my metal, when I asked for metal drummers, that thread. It's on there. I will be definitely be getting to Kevin Paradis. He must be a beast, obviously. Lots of people bringing him up. Mojo Bag 01. Merry Christmas, Andrew. Merry Christmas. J Bravo. Hey, Andrew. New Love Bites dropped yesterday. Is well worth a listen. Thank you. Christopher Chapier, Naughty Seat. Message has been retracted by YouTube. Nah. Your message got deleted. You were swearing. Wolfram Reactor new Huckin is out. Ray Hearn on fire. Alright, guys. I think I am going to have to call it a day. And get back. I can see Connor out the window out here. He's playing with, he got some Lego from Santa. It is Star Wars Lego, and there's a pretty intense battle going on out on the deck. On the deck? Don't laugh at my Kiwi pronunciation of deck. It's not rude. Deck. Veranda. If you want to be immature, I'll call it a veranda. Out on the deck. The number 6. But yeah, thank you all for joining in. Let's do a New Year's live stream as well. I think we'll do a countdown, yeah? We'll do a countdown. Hold on, Forum 13 is chipping in with a donation for the channel. Thank you so much. That can go to Connor's Lego Fund. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind. I don't expect anything, guys, but that's beautiful. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice lazy day. I'm on holiday. I've taken the whole week off drumming. Although I did do that Christmas, I haven't been doing any pad work, nothing like that. But I did hear that Vince Guaraldi trio came on with Christmas Time Is Here. And I thought, this is a week off drumming for me. But I have to go get the brushes out. Have to get those brushes out. They just happen to be right here. And do that. Play along with Christmas Time Is Here. Because Jangles, stop it. Thank you so much, man. That's just such a gorgeous song. Am I sad and old and nostalgic? Or is that Charlie Brown Christmas the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen and heard? It's just unbelievable. Um, that Charlie Brown Christmas, it's just so fascinating for me. Uh, the whole approach they took to that show, with the whole reimagined jazz trio soundtrack, low key, quiet. They hired kids, which was unusual at the time. You know, actual kids to do the kids' parts. Um, and it's really downbeat and low key, and you know Charlie Brown's depressed and he's searching for the meaning of Christmas. I think, I mean, those are not unusual themes for like a redemption Christmas story, but the way it's treated in that Charlie Brown Christmas special, chef's kiss, just pure art, unexpected art, unexpectedly beautiful. I find simple, simple, and to the point. You know, we get all the CGI now and um, celebrities jumping around and singing and dancing for Christmas specials and stuff. But maybe I'm weird. Give me a Charlie Brown Christmas any year. Actually, before I go, favorite Christmas movie. Go. I think I'm going to take the Charlie Brown Christmas before anyone starts commenting. I'm going to take out the Charlie Brown Christmas because I don't consider that a movie. That's a TV special, right? It's only about 25 minutes, I think. Alf. Will Ferrell Alf. Oh man, we watched it again this year. So good. Oh, we got some fantastic picks coming in. Christmas Story. Now, a little bit different, I think, in the States because I don't think I've seen A Christmas Story or It's a Wonderful Life. Now, It's a Wonderful Life, is that the old film? I get this confused with Miracle on 34th Street, which I haven't seen either. I think these are very American. I could be wrong. I feel like they're very American centric Christmas movies. So they'll be completely normal for you guys, but not necessarily a staple here. Home Alone, definitely. That's definitely a staple here. Oh, hold on. Someone's saying the merch link is broken. Okay, I'll check that out. Let's have a look at these Christmas Story, Jangles, Clockwork Angel, Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, right? Here we go. Matthew Wellington, Gremlins. Yes. J Bravo, Lampoon. Hold on. We cannot forget. There you go, Jangles. I wore this last night out to the Christmas light show that we went to. Home Alone is another great one. Yes, Fred Claus. Fred Claus, is that the Tim Allen one? It's a Wonderful Life. Okay, hold on. I got to find out whether been a remake of that one, or am I thinking of Miracle on 34th Street? Ted Trapelski, you are weird. That is good. I have all the old animation ones for my kids on DVD. Rudolph, Santa is coming, Frosty, etc. They are part of my memories. I think that's exactly right, Ted. They're so intertwined with your childhood and sort of being a kid, looking at the world through kids' eyes. Trapowski, good God, no life, no Christmas story. We got to get you up to speed. Miracle with a young Natalie Wood. Christmas Story was filmed here in Cleveland. I've been to the house slash museum. Christmas Story. Which one is that? 1983. Ralphie. Okay. This is a bit of an American one, I think, guys. Nah, I've never seen this. Ralphie, I've heard of the Ralphie character, and yeah, I have not seen that film. Mick H, Merry Christmas from Australia. Merry Christmas, Mick. Bad Santa. Okay, I have not seen Bad Santa. I'm not so hot on cynical Christmas films. I don't know if that's got a good heart in it. You know what I mean? Like, I like to keep my Christmas viewing pretty innocent. Although I am quite big on my Christmas specials. So we've had the Miranda Christmas special on here. My boy, believe it or not, loves Miranda. British comedy. And Father Ted, the classic Irish priest comedy Christmas specials. Brilliant. Wolfram Reactor. Here in the States, Christmas Story is on 24 hours straight on Christmas. The other thing I'm worried about when you've got to talking about a movie from 1983 that you've never seen, you gotta, if you come to it fresh now with no nostalgia, could be, the pacing issues that you get on old films. John Mark Waddell, the Star Wars Christmas special is one everyone wants to forget. Yeah, infamously, hilariously bad Christmas special, that one. Nick Cahoon, Merry Christmas from the UK. Merry Christmas, Nick. I think I will wrap it up here, guys. As I say, Connor's out on our deck. Playing with his Lego, with his Christmas haul of Lego. And there's a pretty serious Lego Star Wars battle that I feel like I need to get involved in. So yeah, Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Let's do a New Year's thing as well. Let's catch up for New Year's, and we might do a bit of a countdown of my favorites for the year, and you're of course welcome to chip in with your favorites for the year and what you want to see in the coming year, 2023. That's the first time I've said that. 2023. Man, life is short. It goes by quick. Got to enjoy it. Got to enjoy it and have fun. Alright, guys. Take care. And there's a video coming out for you tomorrow. So I hope you dig it. Ciao.